Hey family, this is Sugar from c.wsugarinspirations&designs. Welcome to my channel. Today, I want to come on with part 3 of my alopecia journey, living with alopecia. Before I get started though, I want to welcome you back to my channel. I want to thank you if you are a subscriber. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you're a part of the family. And also, if you're new and you like the content, please feel free to subscribe. So today, I want to talk about my permanent makeup. I'm going to deal with my brows. My brows are doing so much better. I'm going to put some before pictures and some after pictures. But in this video, I want to talk about my eyebrows. These are permanent makeup brows. I showed you when I first did my first video. They're really raw, but I'm grateful today to come back to say they are looking amazing compared to what they were. I received this job done. I don't want to call it a job, but I got my eyebrows with permanent makeup in 2013. It was very light and faded quickly. They last, I guess, 2 or 3 years, depending on your skin. If you're oily, then, you know, it's gonna fade quicker than if you have dry skin, because it's a tattoo, basically, but it's not done with the same needle. It's a different needle and all of that. And I'm gonna have a lovely young lady, Alexandria, explain that in my upcoming video. But right now, I wanna talk about these brows I have now. I met Alexandria last month, and she came up with a plan for me. Alexandria is of AV Aesthetics in Georgetown, Texas here. And I'm gonna tell you, it's an experience. First of all, let me just say that Alexandria is very sweet, beautiful, and her eyebrows are amazing. And I'm like, I want those brows. I had no idea that I can get on a path to get some brows that are normal looking. It was a tough journey. Also, AV Aesthetics is a beautiful salon. It's a spa where you can go and get permanent makeup, your lips, face, all kinds of things. I'll leave a description and the link in the description, I should say. I'll leave a link to AV Aesthetics in the description so you can look on and see this beautiful place and the testimonials. She is amazing. So when I came to her, I had a botched job of permanent makeup. I didn't have any brows. I didn't have any lashes, no brows, no lashes. Everything came out. And I'll also link that video. It took a lot of courage, and I'm so glad I did it. But I'll link that to just talk about the journey of having alopecia. Alopecia comes from supposedly some kind of traumatic event that happened in your life. And I share my story where mine began. In 2011 and 12 is when I realized I actually had alopecia. I found out about permanent makeup, and it really helped because I didn't have anything to outline my eyes or my brows. You know, it's like a window with no drapes. You know, nothing to, you know, we were created that way with eyebrows and lashes and hair. So when none of those things are there, it is very traumatic. And I know the dermatologist says, well, I know it's gonna be hard, but don't think about it. Don't think about it. So unless I covered all my mirrors over, I was gonna have to look, which was gonna cause me to think. But in the meantime, permanent makeup became a great source. It was a wonderful resource, and I'm so glad. But I didn't do good research and find, I don't want to say reputable, but I don't know. I should have went by word of mouth, you know, where somebody is satisfied and happy. That's the best. That's rule of thumb. I didn't, you know, get the right person, especially 3 years ago. They were very, very thick. They were very dramatic. She said, you need something different. You need something different. I came with what I wanted, but she kept saying I needed something different. And I got these really fat brows, and they were up here. They were like, oh my God. When it first started, oh my God, I cried. And then it was gray. It was a gray color. And then I said, well, on my follow-up, you know, 30 days later, you get a follow-up. I said, well, can we add some hair strokes or something? You know, like, I can't live with this. And so when she added the strokes, this stroke was so low, so now it's getting better looking, you know? But yeah, anyway, I was left with a bad job. And guess what? I settled for it. I was gonna live with it. I learned to, you know, I knew it was gonna fade away. It was getting a little bit faded, but it was still so dark. But I didn't know what to do. And so what I started to do last year was I went to someone closer to me, and she was able to add more color. And then and also they shrink. So because they had started to shrink down, adding more color gave it a little bit more of a natural look, but it was very, very dark, too dark for my skin. So when I met Alexandria of AV Aesthetics, she asked me to send some pictures of me around and what it was before and all of that. So I sent those photos. And so when I came into the salon, it was a beautiful experience. I came in and we talked, you know, to get to know each other and how things were going to be going, and also had got a printout. I printed out what to do before. You know, you get the makeup. If there was, you know, anything that would start the adrenaline and the blood flow, like working out that day, was a no-no. And I take a blood pressure pill, so I didn't take one that morning. I took one after. So anything that would cause a bleeding, you know, stay away from that. And then after, there's aftercare. So that first 7 days, I wasn't to sweat or get wet. I had like these shower guards, and she gave me all of that. And then I had a solution to put on while I went through the whole process. So we're gonna get to that. I wanna actually show you a lot of the healing process in this time. I talked about it briefly before, but it's gonna be 3 phases that Alexandria is taking me through. I just finished the first phase. We are correcting. I was settling. I was like, just add some more color. You know, didn't realize there was something else could be done, and that's correction. Right now, I'm loving my brows. I am loving them, and this is just 2 weeks after correction. Alexandria is removing the black. It was so dark. So now, oh my God, I'm getting close on you. Look. And so I love this arch. I loved it. So Alexandria removed a lot of this dark here and left the wing, or the arch after the arch. And now this arch is actually matching. Now it's kind of, this arch starts here, this one starts over there. So it's a little bit further, but it's there now. We removed this color here. It was like shading, because this one was very thicker. So she was able to remove a lot of that, so you can actually see that arch. It matches, and remove the color here. So this is phase 1. Phase 2, I'm gonna get more lights. It's gonna lift it up, even out, lift up and out the color. We're taking that Angry Bird color shade out. You know, my eyebrows, like, I was like, I come up and you see my brows first. They were very prominent. And also, when you have ombre brow, it's supposed to be thin in here, you know, and then it gets darker, darker, darker. I'm gonna get that. And then I'm gonna have some strokes of hair, because I don't have any. Let me tell you, y'all, don't settle. If you have had a botched job, something, or that you're not, you know, that you can't live with, this is permanent makeup, but it can fade over time, like a tattoo. But don't settle. That's my lesson today. That's something I learned. I had no idea. Thank you, Alexandria, because I didn't even think of correcting. And it is 3 phases, but I am so satisfied. And I also have bangs. I wear bangs. I have a unit with bangs, so I don't have to look at it if I have to go out. If I have to go out, I don't want to be like looking out, because it's gonna scab over, because it's actually create a scar. So instead of color was going in, color was coming out, but it still turned really dark, and it creates a scab, and it has to come off. You can't pick it off. You know how so you have to wait it out. It's like about 2 weeks before, and then the color, before you see what it's gonna look like. But I see it, y'all. It's something. It's possible. It's possible. I mean, I love it already. So next month, stay tuned. I'm gonna take you out with me, bring you with me to the salon, and Alexandra's going to speak to us about correction, about the process the way it should be first, and if you have to have correction. So I like them. What you think? I'm in, y'all. I'm in. Thank you, Alex. Okay, until part 2, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'm gonna share some before pictures into where it is today. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, so family, here are my brows before I got them changed 3 years ago. And I just used to put brow powder on top of the first application from 2013 that had really faded. And this is how I was wearing it. I would put the brow powder on every day. Of course, it would smudge off and all of that. And I was trying to find something that lasted 24 hours. It was a little frustrating, but when I got these, this is that first application 3 years ago. And after a year, I got them updated because, as you can see, they were fading, but they were still pretty big at that time. But I was gonna live with them, even though they were not ombre, as was said to me. And this is the second application last year to kind of get a normal color, because it had really faded to like a green color. But again, they had thinned out a little, but they're still very dark. So what Alexandra's doing now is lightening them up. And you can see that from the video. So I'm so happy about that. So check her out. It's AV Aesthetics in Georgetown. I'll add the link. She is licensed and certified, so you won't be disappointed. So yeah, thank you so much again for tuning in. And until next month, phase 2, we'll actually show the application being done, at least some of it. Okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye.